Hello, 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 everyone. Kim from K&RP. It's well, I got kicked off last time or bumped off, whatever. We have a series of thunderstorms going through. Had hail. My poor baby pepper plants that I planted yesterday morning. I can only see them from the house, and they don't look very happy. My tomatoes don't look very happy, but at least we've got the rain. I do have more pepper plants and tomato plants in the greenhouse, so I will be able to replace them, which is a good thing, but whatever. So it is currently 18 degrees Celsius, which is a big drop from the 27 degrees Celsius when I streamed this afternoon. And that means it is 64 degrees Fahrenheit compared to the 80 degrees Fahrenheit it was earlier. So there you have it. Manitoba weather, it is what it is. So I don't know where we left off or where I disappeared when we were um, here this afternoon. All I know is that I was talking. All of a sudden, I looked up and it said chat disconnected, not available. Try again. And I'm going, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not here. I don't know. I don't know when it stopped recording. So I messaged Jean and she said, no, you're not there. Everybody left. So I apologize for the rude interruption earlier, but it happens. So this is as far as you saw me work on this. I did the background, glued the papers on. Hey, Pam, welcome. Yeah, crazy thunderstorm. We had hail. Not sure that's what kicked me off, but it's, weather happens, right? So I don't know how far I got showing you what I was doing. Everything's glued down. Glue is dry now. Kind of interesting bits and bobs there. So while I was talking to my non-existent friends, I know that you guys, it's not your fault, it's my service providers. I had gone through a whole bunch of inchies and played around with them. Nobody was here to tell me otherwise. So I kind of went to ones with a bit of an orangey-ish background or touches of orange. I seem to like them with this. That one's definitely not orange, it's pink, but I liked it. Feedback, Pam? Ideas? Do you think I should do a different color? That's what I was looking for when we were so rudely interrupted. I do have multitudes of other colors. I tried the pinks, like the lighter pinks. I didn't really like them that much. I don't know. I kind of really like the orangey tones. Here's a yellow one. Well, the yellow's not bad either. Hey, Dana, welcome, welcome. I just figured I would finish off my clusters that I was working on this afternoon. I was disconnected due to some weather issues Manitoba seems to be having. You know how it goes. Evidently, there's a tornado about to touch down in a small town. Oh, probably 60 miles. Hi, Sherry, welcome back. So I'm trying to decide which inchies I like best. I really like the ones with the orange on them. The yellow's okay too. The inchies that could be the focal point of the clusters. This is a bright pink. I don't know. Looking for some feedback. Anybody? I tried the blue. The blue kind of, I wasn't a big fan of the blues. They seem to get lost a little bit. Got a darker blue. Yeah, I kind of like the punch of the yellow and the orange. I like this purple one, but I don't know that it goes. It's got a little bit of orange on it. Is it punchy enough? Should I swap it out? Have a yellow one? Yellowy green? I don't want too much yellow because the last page I did was yellows. I was hoping to do a blue page. It sure didn't turn out that way. Oh, that's ugly. How about this one? This is a nice orange one. I think the yellows and oranges, are these too dull? Swap that out for that one. Kind of like that one better. Yellow's good, orange is blue too. Orange is blue too. Good. Talk much me. Yay, go Kim. Yeah, I like this orange. It's got a bit of glittery gold paint on it. How about if I do that? Because that way they're not all same tones. I do have 6 with this lace, with the yellow lace with the beads and sequins. And then I've got 6 with this blue lace. But I think I really like the orange and yellows. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go with. I will clean up these bits. So how are you doing, Dana? It's nice to see you. So I'm going to do the black around the edge because I think I need something just to give it a little bit more standoutishness. Is that a word? Not only do I make it up as I go along, I make up language. Oh, really? How was it? I've always wanted to do something like that. Did you learn anything new and exciting? We have a store in Oak Bank called Scrap Chicks, and they have done retreats. I can't afford it, but I've always liked to do it. Love to do it. You've done most of it, yeah. There really isn't too much new stuff out there, is there? It's just the same stuff, just different ways to utilize it. Oak Bank, yep. They did a big show in Brandon this past weekend. The only reason I know that is because I follow them on Facebook. I like to see what's new and exciting, and then I make my own, you know. I can't afford all these fancy paints and pens and ooh, this is very thin. I did this on book page. There's no orange or yellow on it, it's pink. So Dana, I'm making a cluster book, and all the clusters on each page have common elements so that I can use them in a journal and it kind of flows, or you know what I mean? Like they're the same but different. It's a mass make. Or I can just rip one off and use it wherever I want to use it, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to glue these down on the lace. I'm going to try, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't have used that lace. It's going to be pretty darn bulky. I think I'm going to have to go off to the side a little on that. I think so. Hey, Stacy, welcome. I am working in my cluster book. I was working on it this afternoon, and then the weather decided that I wasn't allowed to play anymore. So the weather watches have ended. Now, that lace is really lumpy. It's got beads on it. This obviously wasn't very well planned out. Don't know that I want it under. I want this as my focal point. Come on, Kim, before the glue dries, make up your mind. Do it, just do it, put it down. It's down for all it's worth. Doesn't want to stay down. I had this problem with that lace to begin with. I had to use clothespins on it and then stack stuff on top of it to get it to stay down. And then this one's getting in the way. Doesn't even belong in that one. So what were you working on your live today, Stacy? I've been busy out in my yard, so I haven't really been watching much of anybody the last few days. Yeah, I'm really going to curse myself for this lace I used. Oh, hi, Teresa. Okay, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Oh, you're working on the doilies again? Nice. I did an entire ball of snowflakes. My daughter decided she wanted snowflakes, and so I took an entire ball of not the really thin stuff, the stuff you're using, and did it all into snowflakes for her. She put thread through them and hung them from her ceiling. We kind of soaked them in white glue and water. Oh, look, beads falling off. So I was thinking what I might add to these is some of those diamond dot bits, but I would add them like down in the glitter paint somewhere. I don't know. Let's try. And you can't see that. We'll move that. Do that there. Are you following a pattern, Stacy? Or are you kind of making it up as you go along? I just kind of made the snowflakes up as I went along. Oh, there's two sides to this one. I have a yellow and I have an orange. Yeah, that thinner thread is, I can't use that anymore. Just makes my eyes buggy. Anyone? Orange, yellow. Orange, yellow. Orange. I'm going to leave that one until somebody tells me what to do. Okay. Yeah, I'm of the age where we had doilies on our furniture. So I made the doilies myself, of course. And even for my floral, my wedding flowers, I had a doily. I made a doily and then I took roses from my mom's garden and I poked them through the holes in the doily so that the lace kind of went over my hands, and that was my bouquet when I got married. Yes, I like doilies. I have to admit, I have a soft spot for them. My kids don't use them, of course. So I have to admit, I'm really kind of liking playing in this um, book. This one's not sticking. I'll have to go back in and stick glue underneath that one, I'm sure. They're mostly stuck. Like, Princess Bride, mostly dead. No. Get the yarn out from the other one. Okay, no problem. The only reason I came on is because I just wanted to show how I was finishing this off. If you're over at Beth's, tell her I'm going to be done in just a few minutes. This isn't my normal time for being on. I don't like being on when others are on, because it's not my time, it's theirs, Cool. Cool. I was doodling cats. I had my girlfriend and her kids over for a play date, and I had scraps of paper everywhere. So as I was cleaning, you get into a zone and you start doodling, and thought I had another one. There it is. So I decided that I was going to doodle some cats because I've still got a cat journal that I'm working on. I sold one, but never did get the other one finished. So I did cat heads. Too many projects on the go. So, yellow, orange. Yellow, orange. Waiting for somebody to give me a clue on that one. I like them both. But I have a whole bin of inchies that I've got to use up, so I thought it'd be good to make a cluster with inchies. Orange, okay. And then I think what I'll do is I might just take a little bit of gold paint and just kind of brush it on orange, yellow side down. Okay, Dana, thanks for coming. Ugh. Who chose that? Who chose that ribbon? Yeah, I know it's unavoidable. I think a lot of it has to do with, because I have watched them, so many of them for so many years, that I don't want to. It's not that I don't feel that I'm competing, but I don't want to take away. Does that make sense? And I know that the diehards wouldn't leave anyway, but they have such wonderful ideas and they've been doing it for so long that, you know, if you're new to doing this stuff, their ideas are tried and true. I just, wing everything. If you get that. Yeah. No, I know it's not really a lack of respect. I like to think that if somebody new is coming into our community, because I think we've got an incredible community, that they should meet the older neighbors first, right? Because they're the ones that can give the good tips and tricks, and they know so much. So much. Like, I when I've got videos on in the background quite often while I'm playing, and I don't know. Yeah, that's right. I get that. I get that. I was going to pop into your channel this morning, actually, and then I got sidetracked. I went out and started watering what's left in the greenhouse, and once I'm outside, it's like, yeah, but just don't want to be in the house. So some of those are going to have to get another bit of glue down. I'll leave it as is for now, and I think I'll do what the Paper Outpost, Pam from the Paper Outpost, does, is if something's lifting and she's not happy with it, she sticks glitter glue underneath. I used glitter paint. This idea, the book idea, I don't know if you've seen this. It's that's the first one I decided to play with. This is actually a piece of ribbon. Yeah. And I mean, I can just rip off one. I could rip off three, whatever I need. So I tried to do them in sets of colors so that, like I say, I could take three, have all three in the same journal so it kind of flows. And then I did this one, and this is the one that made me realize, watching everybody else do grid journaling, that I already do grid journaling. This is like grid journaling, right? It's nice and flat. I haven't put any focal points on because I figured it'd just be easier to grab and add it to the whatever I'm doing. And then this one I got a little carried away with. I put down a piece of green tissue paper, and then I did some paint stencil roses, little bits of paper and onion bag scraps, yellow gemstones, because I have a drawer full of gemstones that I inherited, and then yellow dots. So I thought those are kind of cool. Book page. Then I did the pink, and I had an idea to take this onion soup box, and I tucked in the edges. I'm just storing dead sponges in there. Well, they're not dead. I'll still use them. And then I dipped it in paint, and I did the rectangles around. I thought that, I don't know where I got that idea. Yeah, that yellow page is really fun. So again, just a little bit of ribbon, painty paper, doodled paper, some black dots. I don't know if I'm going to embellish more on that or not. And then the one that I did today, wherever it may be. Oh yeah, I decided I had lots of paint left from the kids being here, so I just kind of smeared it all over my pages so that I had the background. So I think I will consider these ones done for now. Like I say, I might add just a little bit of gold paint. Haven't quite decided yet, but at least they're there, right? I can grab them and use them just the way they are, or I can add more to them. But I kind of had fun just gluing down fun bits of paper, and then I used this crazy yarn. Keep asking people, what would you use this yarn for? And I know that this is the stuff that they used to make necklaces. Blech, talk good much me. Necklaces from, but I use it on tags and things. And then Sherry said that scarves, Really? I guess dress scarves, eh? Ladder yarn. Yeah, that's what it is. I like it on tags, and I like just playing with it. I don't think I would wear a scarf out of it. My kid might. But I got this at the thrift store for 50 cents a ball, and I've got 6 balls. So to me, it was worth the bits that I paid. So, as I said, I'm going to call this ready to rock. Um, just want to show these are the masks. Yeah, it does look up like a film strip. These are the masks I did Sunday, and then I doodled. They're quite big. Normally, I do them smaller because I do them onto ATCs. Yeah, tassels. Yes, I could do tassels. This is what I did yesterday. I doodled. Well, it's not all I did yesterday. I've doodled so much over the years. Lines and dots. I like lines and dots and flowers. Just comes with practice. And of course, I want to get much more elaborate than I do, but then I think you're going to just stick it in a journal as a piece of whimsy, and does it really matter if it's decorated to the nth degree? So I just had fun using scrap papers to do these on my Sunday live. I had a lot of fun. Just little bits of paper and glue them until you're happy, right? So I did my masks on Sunday. And what else have I done? Not really too much of anything. I've been out in the yard an awful lot. Still working on my tag book. Working on the cat journal slowly, very slowly. Thanks. Yeah. I have to start working on that slug, caterpillar, whatever it is that my daughter wants. It's a 6 foot long crocheted caterpillar. It has 136 legs. So I was going to work on that out in the greenhouse over the winter, but I never did get around to it. The other thing I've been working on is my bits book. Anytime I get like little bits left on the desk, I've been gluing it into this catalog. It's a home hardware catalog. And then I doodle on that too. Just stripes and various things. Having a lot of fun with this. Yeah, she'll be using it as a body pillow. The thing is that any of the crocheting I've given her, her cats adopt. I made her an area rug. I was using like 8 strands of yarn. I had so much yarn. Everybody's been putting their moms in nursing homes, and they've been dropping the yarn off here because they know I'll use it. So I made a whole bunch of area rugs using 8 strands. And she's got one cat that sleeps under that every night. So she's had to move it from beside her bed because she stepped on her cat a couple of times. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sure that her cats will decide that it's as much for them as it is for her. So yeah, just lots and lots of yeah, silly cat. I'm telling you. But yeah, wherever she puts it, the cat goes under it to sleep. And I've tried doing like a crocheted cat bag thing for him, but he goes under it. Like he doesn't look for the hole to go in. He goes under it. But he's just over a year, so he's just learning still, right? So yeah, that's the extent of my lots of fun stuff. No, no, they don't. They don't. I well, I can't say that because I do those little crocheted kittens. And my nephew has 4 cats, and he's taken a bunch of them, and the cats just love them. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I really just wanted to come and show that the inchies are on so that they could be considered complete ish. Do all your cats live in your house, Stacy? I am allergic to cats. I visit my kids and stay outside. Should we rip one off and see what it looks like? I'm curious. Ooh, that's kind of thick. It's not tearing nice. That's okay. Okay. Yeah. So there's one of the clusters. That would make a nice tuck spot. This book has quite thick pages. So that's about it. Just a quick pop on to say sorry I got kicked off last time. I was, hoping that, one step left, sticking on the inchies, but yeah. Yeah. Do you have like a cat door that they go in and out of? My next door neighbor has a catio. He's got 3 cats. And he's got a catio, so he leaves his kitchen window open, and then they can go in the enclosed area so that they don't take off. They've brought all kinds of things into the house for him, because birds get through the chicken wire. The sparrows get through the chicken wire, and so the cats get them and take them in the house. So he's had. You used to? Oh, okay. Now it's just easier to play sniff the air. You open the door every 5 minutes because they just want to sniff. Cats are such bizarre creatures. Definitely have attitude. Okay, that's awesome. Keeps them happy. Does it get confusing for you for who's in and who's out? And they stay local, like they don't go taking off where you have to put their litter box out so that they know where home is. Okay, that's nice. And you don't worry about them going where there are alligators or anything? I guess if they're used to being out, they have an escape plan. Okay, that's cool. Okay. I miss having cats roaming. They've passed a bylaw here where cats have to be leashed and tied up and whatever. We do have a feral cat, and I have to admit, I love the feral cat. My next door neighbor with the 3 cats has a greenhouse, so he leaves a heater in there with a heated water dish and food for it in the wintertime. But it's been killing squirrels. I happened to find one when I was weeding the other day. Um, Ron had ran over a dead rabbit in the front yard that the cat had left, turned it into an IKEA rabbit. Um, I really appreciate it that the cat is keeping the rodent population down. We didn't have problems with rodents when we first moved here because there were quite a few feral cats. But now it's like you very seldom see a stray cat. And I don't even know if this one is a stray. I'm assuming it's a stray because it's out all the time. Nice. Nice. Very nice. And the ducks and the cats don't bother each other? That's good. You know, it's amazing how well they get along with each other without, you know what I mean? That if there's no antagonism between them, they're fine. But once somebody's going, oh, watch that, then there's that bit of, you know what I mean? Nice. That's great. That's great. That's great. Do you have a rabies problem down there? I know that here um, they say that foxes and raccoons, you have to be careful with them because they could be carrying rabies. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's really good. I mean, we don't have a rabies problem here either, but it's just something that we have been told to be aware of when we had dogs. Not that our dogs left our yard, but yeah. Well, I'm going to say goodbye for now because this is basically what I came to pop in and do. And I thank you guys for coming and visiting while I was doing this. Really, that's very nice. That's good to know. You know, that's really good because I mean, you see all these crazy pictures of the gators climbing over fences and up people's doors and stuff, and it's like, yeah, no, I don't want to live there. There's crazy, scary wildlife. Question though, do you have bears? Bears and skunks? Exactly. 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 That was like somebody was saying about those all those starving children in Ethiopia and you got to send funds over there, and yet you see these people in the cities going, no, it's not really like that, right? Not really like that. It's kind of like the reserves and stuff. The indigenous reserves. But yeah. Anyway, like I say, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate you guys for popping in and visiting while I was doing this. I've got another page done, and that yellow ribbon is losing beads all over the place. So be it. Yeah, I think so. I'm not heading to Beth's. I have a meeting with Defy. So I'm going to head to Defy, and if Beth's still on, I'll head over there after. But thanks very much for being here, guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope this has inspired you to try something different. Take care. Bye.